Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome back to Abstract Medicine. I do hope you are doing well. I don't really know what I'm going to be looking at today for the collective, but we are here at the tarot table, and Spirit has encouraged me to come here to have a look at what you need to know. Maybe it's about what you need to know right now. I have been wanting to do like a what's happening the next 3 months reading as well, or the next 6 months reading too, so maybe it's all incorporated in this. So we've got the Light Seers Tarot deck and the Sacred Symbols for Divination as well, Oracle cards, so I thought they'd be fun to use. So let's have a look and just see angels, ancestors and guides. What is it that the collective need to know, what they need to be aware of? What is it they need to know but maybe don't want to hear? I hope you've had a lovely weekend, and thank you so much for your private bookings and trusting in me as well. Trusting in me. As you know, as you may have actually seen, all of my bookings are on sale right now, so you may wish to take advantage of that, including my mentorship program too. Now, I know I keep going on about the mentorship program, but it really does change your life. It really does redirect you into, you know, in terms of like the next 6 months or the next 3 months, you really do see tangible results. And you know, if you've been wanting to do some sort of like retreat, or wanting to go back to school, or wanting to, whatever it is, I don't know, just like really focus on you without feeling guilty, then my program is for you. It's essentially like going back to school. It's essentially coming back to yourself and really focusing what your needs are and what you want to create. Now, I know particularly around this time of the year, this is why I like to speak about it as well, is that the energy of January, the energy of the beginning of the year, has dissipated. And what I mean by that is, you know, our desires and our dreams and our New Year's resolutions may be waning. So that's why it's always good to come back to focus. So yes, my mentorship program is currently on sale right now. Okay, on sale right now, so you may wish to take advantage of that, and I'm happy to receive financial requests for your installments too. So if you're wanting to just not pay the full amount, then that's totally fine. Just send me an email and just be like, oh, Cree, I can only do, you know, weekly installments or something like that, and that's totally fine. And I do cater for that, by the way, so. Spirit's like, take the card, okay. 5 of Pentacles, okay, so some of us are feeling quite withdrawn, feeling a bit disappointed, feeling sad. The 5 of Pentacles does talk about a loss, so we may be feeling at a loss, we may be feeling lost. I'm hearing I'm lost in music. I'm lost in music, caught in a trap, no turning back. I'm lost in music. I love that. Disco, disco, disco. So I do feel like for a lot of you, you know, maybe it's about looking up. Maybe it's about looking up rather than looking down. You know, even you know, I was just practicing yoga, and you know, I'll be honest, I've been feeling a bit not so great lately, and that's okay. That's part of the human experience in a way, isn't it? But I was just doing a yoga, you know, the triangle. I had my legs out here, my feet here touching, and my head was down, and I like to kind of open my hips in that way in the morning. And so I was kind of in the same position, similar position. But when you're feeling kind of crappy, it's not really the best way to trick your body, therefore to trick your mind into feeling better. So I would suggest to, if you are doing some yogic practice or even dancing, to look up, to look out, you know. I remember when I was training as a dancer, and I was always, you know, so focused on the moves, so focused on the choreography, so focused on the articulation of each pose, each movement. And my teachers would constantly be like, look out, look out, look out into the audience. Even the audience wasn't there at that time, it was the studio. But you know, obviously we were preparing and training for the stage. So I remember once I was on stage, I was like, okay, now's my time to look out and shine. But why do you have to, I feel collective, why do you have to wait to have an audience to look out and shine? Why do you have to wait to feel good? You know, why do you need an audience? You know, why do you need to feel validated from an outside source? And, you know, and there's literally no criticism here. I feel I'm like that too. You know, I was just saying the other day to my partner, it's like, as an artist, and also having had my training in theatre, I get my feedback from an audience, from the public. And I think that's very normal, very natural for people who are very public facing, who are stars. You know, it's like, it's weird when we don't get that applause, like the Lady Gaga song. I don't really like her, as you know, but I'm doing it for the applause. But yeah, but why don't you just do it for yourself, you know? So I feel like some of you, that's a really long tangent, I'm sorry, but some of you, and I'm also looking at the sage, it's still burning, and I feel like there's a lot of cleansing and cleaning that still gets to be taking place for you, collective. Some of you, the last 5 years have been really, really tough, really tricky, financially, you know. We have the Seven of Cups. Some of you have had lots of choices, or some of you get to have more choices. I do feel like your dreams are quite significant as well at this time. I feel like your dreams are telling you things. Your dreams are giving you some options. It's funny because with number 7 and the energy of 777 and the 77 portal that we had on the 7th of July, just as you know, if you're watching this video at another time, that's totally fine. All of my videos, all of my readings as well, are completely timeless. They land and they find you at the right time, right? So, you know, with Alex Miles as well on her Instagram, I've been following her for years. She's just so incredible. You know, she was saying how 777 is this energy right now as well. So our dreams could be even more deep. We could have deeper sleep as well, but our dreams are also telling us something. This is your time to receive, she was saying too in her post. And this could be, maybe you've been giving a lot of your energy and you've been feeling depleted, and maybe you like, I always see this card, particularly in this deck, as Cinderella, Cenerentola. In Italian is Cenerentola. The story of Cinderella comes from the Italian folklore, by the way. Cenerentola. Cene is, or you know, it comes from like cinders, right? She was called Cinders. So it's like working, and being used to hard work, being used to duress, being used to things not working out for you. But you have your key there by the door, and just because you haven't experienced abundance in your life, or even growing up, maybe you come from a poor background, or you come from poverty, you maybe are used to having this idea or this thought where life has to be hard, life has to be really uphill, and life has to be isolating, and life has to be like all those things. So let's just redirect the energy, and let's just say some positive affirmations, and please put them down in the comments if this resonates for you. I am worthy of abundance. I am worthy of abundance. I'm worthy of abundance. Some of you could even write down in the comments, life works best for me when I am open. Life works best for me when I'm open. Life works best for me when I'm open. Another really good one is, universe, show me how good it gets. So this is something I've been saying to myself, and it's been really miraculous. Universe, show me how good it gets. Universe, show me how good it gets. Four of Swords. Okay, and we have the Empress. Okay, let's just start with the Four of Swords. So with the Four of Swords, this is a lovely card about mending and healing your heart space, yeah? So some of you, you know, with the Five of Pentacles, for those of you who read the tarot, does talk about separation or a breakup. And, excuse me, the Four of Swords would indicate after the Three of Swords recovery. So for those of you who are healing your heart and you've been going through a really difficult time and it's been really hard financially, maybe you've been kicked out of a job, or maybe you've lost your job, maybe you've lost the I just had the ability to create enough income for you. And I know a lot of us have been finding it really tricky the last few years. This is a time of recovery. I do feel like your flowers are coming in. I do feel like your recognition, your audience, whatever it is that you're wanting, that you've been desiring, that you've been working so hard for, that you've been praying for, it is coming in. And it's hard when you can't quite see it, or you can't even feel it, and you're sort of losing hope, I feel, collective. There's this beautiful quote in The Alchemist, you know, is my favourite book by Paulo Coelho. If you haven't read it and you haven't been at book club where we read The Alchemist, and it's, you know, shout out to one of the Abstract Medicine Collective and book clubbers. After her reading book club, The Alchemist, she's decided to relocate. Like, this, that powerful. And book club is really powerful, and my mentorship program is really powerful too. So you imagine that with your own personal mentorship one-to-one, and like how much you can actually shift and change your own life, you know, that is really telling. So I do see that in this quote in The Alchemist, it's at, you know, it's the paraphrasing here, it's always darkest before the dawn, but it's also at the point of giving up. You know, they didn't, it was just there. If they just he was talking about the miners looking for gold, or you know, special precious gems. If they had just turned one more rock, they would have found this amazing precious gem. But they were losing hope, you know. And it's like, don't lose hope right now. Don't lose hope, because this is a spiritual practice too, in the physical world and the physical realm, where you're not seeing the results. You're not seeing the tangible results that you're wanting, that you are desiring, that you're working towards. That is also a spiritual test, Spirit is saying. And don't give up when it's always darkest before it's dawn, you know. So just before amazing blessings come in, stay focused and don't give up. Stay hopeful. This is a time for healing right now, okay, collective. This is a time to, I would say, receive and to not give too much of your energy. This is a time of gestation. This is a time of creative ideas and pursuit. And we've got the Empress here. Yeah, we've got the beautiful Empress, and she is an indicator of great abundance and fertility and creativity. And my throat chakra is really playing up. I don't know if you're noticing, but it's almost like it's trying to close up. So some of you've been not maybe expressing how much pain you've been, or maybe there's a creative way to express your pain and transmute your duress into wonderful works of art, you know. Or maybe it's about transmuting that pain into positive communication skills, or like singing, or speaking in a healthy way, you know. I do feel like a lot of you, even in the statistics, you are feminines, you are women, and I feel like a lot of you are and have been, and just mainly just in the world, in this world, in this planet Earth that we've been living in, it's just been effing hard for women, you know. It's been really hard for women, and I feel you on that, you know. I'm a staunch feminist, and it's been so difficult for so many of us for so long, and unnecessarily, and we're still being, like, even the court system may not necessarily see our pain or see that we have rights. There's a public court case that's been going on recently, as you know, in the music industry, and it's like, does the justice system, does the music industry, does the creative industry, does the world really hate women that much? Like, really? Now I'm saying, like, there are women, of course, who are criminals too, but I'm saying majoritively, it's like, when is it ever going to get easier for us? And this is the time to put down as well in the comments, universe, show me how good it gets. Universe, show me how good it gets. And I've got a wasp coming. It's on the phone. It's literally on the phone, you guys. Get on the camera. It'd be funny if it actually just peered in. I'm just going to leave it there. But it's funny how this, you know, and the wasp is part of the bee system, so the bee world. So you are creating a collective of people that will collaborate and work for you as the queen bee, as hello, there she is. Oh, it's really coming close to me. Can you see it? You know, when wasps and bees come through to you, it's... No, don't get into my coffee, dear. I'm going to have to get it out. Hang on, let me just pause the video. So I'm back. So what I did was catch and release. I just drank my water and put it in here. And then I put a card over it and just chucked it out the window. And the card, Spirit's saying, look at the card, and the card is strength. So there are no synchronicities in my reading. There are no synchronicities during the sessions. Okay, Ashtat medicine sessions, whether privately or in the collective public. It's getting quite hot now already. I think it's going to be a cooler day today. I don't know, I feel like being chatty today, as you can probably tell. I feel like being chatty. Yeah. So it's an obvious card for strength. It's like, how can you be strong? How can you be strong when you have been strong? The conversations I've been having with women lately is just, it's so profound but also so heartbreaking. Just certain marriages, you know, just being incredibly painful, particularly with children involved, and archaic ways of thinking where, say for example, the man provides for the family financially, but the wife is, and the wife and the husband, there's no love there anymore. There's not even respect, you know, and it's difficult with, especially when you have children too, where you've got to be there for your kids, and you don't want them to come from a broken home, let's say. But if the relationship is already broken, the children, the offspring, are already feeling that. They've been feeling it for a while. And I've been guiding particularly women about this. I'll just say, I won't name her name, but I've been guiding her on it, where it's like, you've really got to focus on yourself. And when there's no respect, then you already know what to do. And it's just really tricky. And I had a lot of compassion for her because she's got kids, you know. And it's just like, it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Damned if you stay, but damned if you leave, because therefore then she'll financially be at a major loss, but spiritually she'll be much richer. And that's one of her lessons in this lifetime, is something that she'll be learning, right? And it's just really, really difficult, you know. It's really tricky, and she's of an age where she's not able to like retrain in her career, you know. It's like, she's at a point in her life where she was a career woman, and then she dedicated a lot of her life to raising her children. And I was saying to her, like, she's such a natural alpha female, but when I've seen her with her husband, she just shrinks, her energy shrinks. And, you know, it's not to say that no one should shrink themselves in the presence of another person, particularly as a woman. No woman should shrink herself in the presence of a man, and no man should shrink himself in the presence of a woman, but most likely it will be women that will shrink themselves in the presence of a man. And so what my rambling is, and what I'm saying is, and I feel like this message is connecting with someone, at least I feel, that we've been shrinking ourselves and trying to fit into a certain box for so long, and giving so much of our energy out there, and where we feel completely at a point of massive burnout. Like, there's burnout, and then there's women's burnout. Women's burnout is completely incomparable to, let's say, men's burnout, right? Women's burnout is emotional, it's adrenal, it's fatigue, it's mental, it's I'm not good enough, I need to do more. There's competition with certain toxic females around this woman. There could be toxic competition as well with other women, other females. Who is it? Where can I turn for sisterhood? You know, it's one of those things where it's like, it's really hard, you know? So I feel like a lot of you are needing to just hear me ramble about that. I feel like a lot of you just need to know that I see that, and I see you, and I see how strong you have been. And maybe it's not about being strong all the time. Maybe it's about being emotional and vulnerable. And, you know, my throat is breaking right now because I'm getting emotional talking about it, because it hurts me to see women suffer so much in the hands of men. And statistically, most violence happens under the hand of a man. And that's physical. What about emotional? What about mental? What about spiritual? You know? But again, Alex Miles was saying in her reading, in her 777 forecast, let's say, that this is a time to receive. Yeah, this is a time to receive. So a lot of us, you've been giving a lot of your energy, and now it's your time to receive. And just like that wasp coming in, people want to collaborate with you. They see your bee, they see your queen bee, they see your empress energy, and they want to make it easier for yourself. They want to give you a foot massage. For some of you, you may want to go and get your feet done, or just do your own pedicure, you know, like I do it myself. You know, I like to pamper myself, as you know. I like to get my nails done, and I like to, you know, and I do that. And sometimes I just do it on my own. I do it for myself, and you don't have to wait. I'm not, for those of you who are needing permission, and you've been living a life of like, I need permission to do this. You don't need permission to do anything. But if you need to hear it from me, I'm giving you, let's say, permission to go and just cry in a corner for a bit. Stay in bed, have a duvet day. You know, it's okay to feel a bit like a victim sometimes, because a lot of us as women have been victimized in our careers, in our relationships, not just romantically speaking, how we were raised from childhood. You know, just have a moment. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so what's the Knight of Swords about? Someone who's not been seeing you, see, my throat is breaking again. A lot of you have a throat chakra that needs to be cleared, by the way, and cleansed. Your throat chakra needs healing, okay? A lot of you are needing to communicate healthily, or just, there's a real need for expression here, particularly around this area here. This could be the solar and sacral chakra. So this could be creative expression, okay, that's connected with your throat. Singing, music, dancing, whatever it may be, okay, creatively speaking. So for those of you who've had someone who's had lots of options, or they're coming across as someone who has lots of options in love, and not seeing you as a priority, or if you're in a relationship, they've not been seeing you as a priority, or they've been, you know, they've been looking at other options. They've been juggling lots of other balls, or, you know, spinning lots of other plates. And you've been quietly holding strong. But I do see this person rushing towards you, rushing to communicate. Let's have a look at the book. I'm just curious. Let's have a look at the Knight of Swords. Okay. Universe, show me how good it gets. Put it down in the comments, please. If this message resonates for you, consider also subscribing to the channel, and also booking a reading right now, as well as it's on sale for a limited time period. So it is for a limited time period. You know, it may not be around tomorrow, may not be around in 2 days. All of my bookings are on sale right now. So the Knight of Swords is haste. Haste, talks about being haste, streamline, pursuit of excellence, ambition, being assertive, success. This knight has one thing on his mind, and it's running towards his success. He's determined and passionate, articulate and intelligent, and he has an intensity that is hard to grasp. With the grace and speed of an athlete, he turns on a dime, and since he has no doubt in his sound logic, he succeeds. Are you bringing your belief and competitive assertiveness to your situation? How determined are you to accomplish this and to charge ahead with your quick thinking and strategic decision making? And it says here, I move quickly to help others, and as I do, my dreams expand. So actually, I feel like you have been helping others, but I feel like this is really a time to pursue your dreams, to focus on success. Excuse me, my throat chakra is just going crazy, collective. So yeah, we've got the Queen of Cups. I mean, talk about emotions, talk about maternal energy, pouring love into your own cup. Some of you are feeling emotionally overwhelmed right now. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are having plumbing issues in your home or your office, where there's too much water, or there's a leak, or there's maybe no water or not enough water. This is also an indicator to be in water, be in a bath, be in a bathtub, be in a pool, be in a sea, be in an ocean, be in a lake if you can. Drink more water, of course. It's about really honouring your emotions as well. She's like, hands up, I'm going to receive. I'm receiving from the universe. I'm receiving from the Almighty. I'm receiving abundance of an emotional nature. My needs are being catered for. I'm being held. You know, for a lot of us, or for a lot of the collective, there's been a lack of emotional support. There's been a lack of physical touch even. And I feel like for some of you, this card could resonate where you've been giving your cup to others. You've been pouring your emotional cup to others for emotional support, for love. You've been very loving and giving a lot, and this is part of your nature. And I'm not to say withdraw your energy completely, but just take note of, is it being reciprocated? Are you getting that back? We have the Seven of Wands here. So the Seven of Wands is a card all about asserting your powers, asserting your boundaries. Maybe even practicing some yoga. Let's have a look at this little Light Seers Tarot on this. It's getting really hot now, guys, so I'm going to have to close out the reading soon. Focusing on you. A lot of, can you see how these women are looking inwards or have their eyes closed, apart from this woman here? So it's the grace, it's the determination, it's the strength, the inner strength that you have to continue and to pursue your own ambitions, your dreams. And also to focus on you. Focus on you. Maybe for the first time. Okay. This is a card about challenge, grounding, and protecting yourself. This is also a card about movement and growth. Haters, they'll emerge only after you've made it to your perch, whipping their wands about and asking you to defend your accomplishments. Sometimes competition emerges as a result of shining brightly in the world. Wow. If you're feeling attacked after sharing your magic, it is important to remember that others likely want what you have. So stand up bravely and continue to do your beautiful thing. Mindfully call feelings of love and well-being into your body and create a protective bubble of energy around you. Remain synchronized and aligned with your bright vision and reject any low vibe negative states that others may be pushing. You don't have to accept their opinion as truth, especially when they are vying for your position. Check to make sure you are acting in a way that is aligned with your highest values. And when you know you are, don't let anyone stop you from achieving your dreams. I am deserving of this success, and I will bravely shine my light into the world. So you've got 2 cards of success here. And also the Empress is very successful, is very fertile. Whatever she creates, whatever she conceives is of an abundance, of great abundance. Let's have a look at the Empress. Beautiful Empress, maternal energy, the matriarch, the mother, the wife, the divine feminine, prolific, creativity, fertility, motherhood, unity, the goddess, sensuality, nurturing, abundance. This Gaian Empress, so Gaia is Earth, yeah? This Gaian Empress radiates fertile energy, positive outcomes, and unconditional love. This flourishing creative energy is of the earth to bring your dreams from the ethereal realms and ground them. Share them, birth them. Her bountiful abundance is always available to you, and she reminds you to find her regenerative beauty everywhere. I'm ready to give birth to my abundantly rich future. So your future is being invested in, I'm hearing. Your future is being granted. Your future is being created, and it's positive from right now. Now, as you know, science has caught up with the spiritual understanding that we create our own future from our present moment, because there's been a breakthrough with regard to the particle, what the particle is, yeah, in terms of future and time and the present moment. We've all known that time is circular. It's getting really, really hot here, so I'm going to close out the reading soon. Signs to point out, could be of significance, is Taurus, could be Taurus season of significance too. Leo season. Now I always see her as the 8-8 portal. We have an 8 here and the 8 here on her arm, which is also a sign of abstract medicine. Yeah. And I have abstract medicine symbol here as well. There it is. And it is about reciprocity. It's also financial abundance and success. Let's turn her around as well. And yes, it's on my right arm, because I usually wear my watch on my left, so I don't like having anything on my left other than my watch. But what you give, you receive. That's the abstract medicine sign. It's the infinity loop. So you are strong, you are graceful, you are love, and you operate from your heart space mainly. You don't operate, a lot of you, from your the collective, from your mind space, your head space, your logical space. You operate from your heart space. And I'm not asking you to shut off your heart, to close off your heart. I'm asking you to mend your heart and to just see how good it gets. See how the universe will provide for you, and see the miracles, however small they may be, they are happening for you. Write them down maybe. Be creative. Express your creativity in a healthy way. Express your pain and transmute it through creativity, right? And also know that you're not alone. You never have been alone, and that other people see you and see your duress, see your travail, see your pain. And I feel like a lot of you are leaders, and a lot of us at the top find it difficult to trust others who haven't also experienced what we've experienced too, and aren't bitter and are graceful still. So just know that you're not alone. I'm hearing that song. Anyway, you're not alone. And I do feel like something significant, your success, your future, your successful future is going to be, you're going to be seeing inklings of it. You're going to be seeing inklings of your wealth. and how important this time is right now, this present moment, to rest and recover and recuperate and to heal and to be gentle on yourself and to be sweet to yourself and not to be hard on yourself. You'll be seeing your successful future from August, I feel, a lot of you. This is your time to receive, as I said. This is what Alex Miles has said. This is your time to receive. For those of you who've been giving a lot, this is your time to receive. Now, this card did come out in the reverse, which is the Two of Cups. A lot of you, again, you may have met someone and they were of significance to you. You thought highly of them. You thought that they were, you know, your true match, but maybe there's a separation between you both because it came out in the reverse. Okay, let's just clarify this card. I'll leave it like that. Let's clarify this card. You've got the Seven of Pentacles. This is about waiting for or allowing what you've worked towards to come back to you. Again, you've put a lot of your energy into something, or even into a relationship or to someone, and also to your pursuits, your work, your career, your creativity. For some of you, this could be living abroad or working with people from abroad or speaking different languages. It takes a lot of skills and a lot of hard work. You know, I'm doing my Spanish lessons again, you know, and it takes dedication. I haven't in the last 2 days, and that's fine. And I'm not going to berate myself for not doing Spanish lessons the last 2 days, but I will today, and it's okay. But it does take dedication, it takes focus, attention, right? So even small little amounts of like a pursuit towards success has a major result towards your success. So it's better to do something in small increments than not to do anything at all. And success really is about preparation. I don't really like being called lucky because I don't consider myself to be lucky. I actually put someone in their place the other day in a sweet way, just going, you know, no, I'm not lucky. I've been very dedicated and I've worked towards creating that so-called luck. But it's about preparation and dedication in order to meet that success, okay? So I feel like for some of you in your relationship, allow your partner to come to you, or allow your partner to work with you, allow your partner and your partnerships at work to foster more attention towards you as well, to foster more financial growth, to foster, I'm hearing the word fostering, to foster, maybe this is for some of you, you could be fostering a child as well, to take better care of you, because you are strong on the outside, but you are also very delicate. Now, there is someone who's being a bit deceptive here with the Seven of Swords. Now, I don't know what that's about. I don't know what this is about, but if someone is lying or being deceptive, then you get to hold them accountable or check them on that. Particularly if they have lots of choices, if they think that they are a bit of a player, or, you know, just, it's annoying having to remind people of how much of a prize you are. I see that. The Hermit is about being quiet. It's about being self-reflective, okay? The Hermit is also an indicator of someone who is single, or someone who's going through major retrospection right now. Maybe having a mentor, maybe going to a retreat. Maybe some of you are going to be a mentee of mine, where we do a lot of self-reflection. We do lots of healing. Each week we'll do the Shamanic Healing session. We'll do the Tarot. Next week we'll do connecting with your guides, your ancestors through mediumship. We do looking at your diet. We look at your astrology. Each week it's like bang, 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 right? And it is an intensive course, let's say. It is an intensive course. So you kind of got to be ready for it, you know. But it is beautiful, and I feel like this is about seeing your own inner light. This is about seeing your own light and how maybe right now you're in a position of being quiet, and this is the time to be quiet and self-reflective rather than to be acting so much, or to be giving so much, or to be in pursuit of something so much. This is about energetically knowing that you've given everything that you've given towards your relationships, towards your work, towards success, and now this is a time to just wait and see, to be in an energy of allowance, to know that you are going to be gaining success. For a lot of you, it's also about continuing to focus on your career and your success. Okay, not necessarily in pursuit of, but in dedication, in reverence to, in devotion of. Yeah? The devil. Okay, so someone could be experiencing some toxicity in their relationship, romantically speaking. Maybe someone is going through toxicity, toxic habits, or this is about being tempted by someone who is very alluring or very good in bed, quote unquote, you know. And I think that this energy and this energy, we talk about pregnancy, so I would be very, very cautious with who you are sleeping with at this time, because you could be falling pregnant. Now, this person may not necessarily be good for you. This is exactly someone who's very toxic. So there could be some sort of toxic situation. Maybe this is someone who's chronically lying, you know, chronically lying here, someone who's who lies a lot. This is someone also, the devil and the Seven of Swords could be someone who is cheating, someone who's very deceptive, who says something but does another thing. I do feel like you'll be receiving a surprising message about this, or some sort of awareness about this from your spirit guides, about someone who is unfaithful, or someone who is, you know, just not giving you what you deserve. And I don't know why I'm seeing this, but I'm seeing, you know, Selena Gomez and her partner. So, okay, so supposedly, allegedly, she's happy, right? But everyone in their right mind from the outset can see that she deserves so much better. But when you've been going through so many bad eggs, and someone presents themselves, and it's, you know, it's like allegedly her partner has been unfaithful to her, allegedly. Okay, celebrity gossip. But when you're so dedicated on getting pregnant, and you're so dedicated in having a family, and you're so dedicated being a wife, and you're so dedicated about the idea of all of those things, you kind of just you would just settle. You would just settle and just ignore the red flags. But I'm telling you right now, poor Selena, but shout out to her. But anyway, I'm telling you right now, do not settle for anything less than what you deserve, collective. So, universe, show me how good it gets, right? I know that a lot of you are feeling that. You're feeling a lot of fears. Your dreams have been very intense, particularly the last full moon in Capricorn, I think it was. You've been really, and also I think the new moon in Cancer, and Cancer series. Oh gosh, Cancer season was just, yeah, Cancer season has been and is an emotional sign, and it's all about sensitivity, but it's also about addressing the home, addressing your mother, addressing maternal issues, addressing the mother within you, addressing women, you know, what womanhood means, addressing your feminine aspects, addressing your psyche. This would deal with the psyche. Yeah, and Psyche is also a goddess. Psyche fell in love with Eros. Okay, Psyche fell in love with Eros, the devil here. And yeah, and she was given eternal life, I believe. She was given eternal life. But Eros isn't always true love. Eros, erotica. Eros isn't necessarily true love. Agape is true love. Eros is physical love. Yeah? Three of Cups. This card has been coming up in the collective, where it's just focus on your friendships, you know. I feel like some of you are going to be making new friends as well. You are going to be successful at your work. You are going to get that public recognition that you want and you desire, by the way. I do see a lot of you blowing up online, but this is a time to be really quiet and insular and self-reflective. Maybe even going to a spa, I'm hearing. Some of you, yes, could be booking a reading with me. Do you see I'm plugging my abstract medicine sessions a lot with you all? Because I love you, and I know that a lot of you like, I'm not sure if I can afford it, I'm not sure if I can. You can. Just send me a message and I'll be able to allocate for you. You can always pay in installments. There's honestly, for those of you who really cannot afford what you feel like and you don't want to insult me, just send me a message about it. I'm open to it, okay? Some of you are needing to be a bit more secretive, going into some sort of the spiritual practice, but also going inwards and doing some sort of activity that involves connecting with your guides, connecting with your inner soul, connecting with your higher self. This could be the tarot, this could be yoga even, this could be meditation, whatever it is, astrology. This is really a time to connect to your higher self. The High Priestess is the higher self of the Empress. Without her, she does not come through, okay? So it's almost weird because it's like you're regressing, but there's something that you're needing to readdress, where you're needing to take yourself out from the physical world for a bit, which I know is hard for you because you're like, I'm so dedicated to making money, Taurus energy, luxurious gifts. And yes, actually, side note, yes, get your nails painted if you're a woman or a man or they, and you're wanting to like do some grooming, focus on your beauty and your regime. In that sense, your body, your health and wellness, sure. But this is also really mainly a time to just know intuitively that you are going to get that recognition from your colleagues, from your audience, from your colleagues, from your audience, from your fans. You're going to blow up online, a lot of you. And I do see that this is really a time to go into yourself a little bit, actually a lot. Okay, right, have a dream journal. We have the Ace of Pentacles. All right, lovely, the Ace of Pentacles. Now it's funny because I've just finished writing my journal. I finished my journal, which is like 4 months worth of journaling, and I finished my sketchbook. I've just started my new sketchbook just last week. So again, you could be finishing up a project or maybe buying yourself a little gift like a notebook or a journal, and then just focusing on that for the next couple of months or few months. It's just so helpful to just have that sort of practice, you know. Of course, this could also be a gratitude book too. I do see that there is an offer coming in from abroad. I do see a lot of you are going to get new jobs. Yes, it is true, it is happening. Just allow it to happen, because this is on account of the Seven of Pentacles. You're going to get an opportunity for you. I'm hearing an opportunity of a lifetime. And you're going to love it, because you love to muck in, you love to get your hands dirty, and you love to work. But again, I feel like this is about allowance, okay? So be in a real energy of receptivity, no matter what your gender is, okay? All right, so I really hope you've enjoyed this reading. Let's have a look at the Sacred Symbols Oracle cards. High Priestess again. You know, she really is saying to just be in solitude, be quiet, be in the energy of knowing. The priestess sits on the edge of this realm and the next. As she draws down meaning and illumination from beyond the veil, sacred insights and profound wisdom are flowing to you now, and to access them, you must tune into your intuition and submerge your thoughts into her subconscious realm. The language of the unconscious mind is revealing itself to you now through metaphor, in dreams or in ancient memories, and resurface to be processed. Pay attention to synchronicity, any nagging feeling of being off track, as well as gut feelings. It says here, I have the answers I seek, and by following the truth, I will find them. If you'd like to tip me for this reading, I'd appreciate it. It's always about reciprocity here, isn't it? Now, I know I said that I won't be doing longer collective readings here for free, but Spirit told me to do this reading in this way today. So this card is what you're letting go of. Yeah, you're letting go of control. For some of you, you're letting go of a masculine here. This card is a masculine energy. 46 could be significant. Very interesting. Why is it interesting? Because 46, I think, is 46 chromosomes, isn't it? 46 is okay. It's really interesting because I watched something just the other day where someone was talking about Gnosticism and the occult, and goddess Kali being the energetic frequency of number 6, and Shiva being number 4, her consort. And the devil's work is creating hell's opposite, which is, or heaven's opposite, which is hell, right? So the devil works in opposites. The devil works in distortion. The devil works in the upside down. So rather than complete heaven, which would be the Lover's card, the devil card is attachment, entrapment, toxic relationships based also on the physical only, not true love or unconditional love. It's dealing with conditional love as well, right? So we have 46, which is a 10, okay, which is a distorted heaven, which is hell. So some of you, again, could be dealing with someone who you're needing to let go of in terms of something toxic about them or toxic in the situation. This card also indicates letting go of control and releasing your own power here, okay? So that's what you're letting go of from your past. The Earth card is about the Gaia card. So it's about connecting with the earth, connecting with nature, connecting in nature. But it's also about nature helping you out, nature opening up a doorway for you. This could also be connecting to the etheric realm through the earth, through the fae, through the fairy realm, right? So there could be that too. Or talking to the trees could also be significant too. Grounding yourself while also be connected spiritually. And then we have air, okay? So this is about thoughts. This is about your mind. This is about improving your mind. This is about mental health or mental health issues you may be having, getting clarity through writing, through speaking, through communicating about it. 28 is a 10 as well, so that is a 10. So we have 11 and 10 could be significant. I do see the 11th of October also playing its part, being significant. I do see that August and autumn time is going to be really playing its part for the collective a lot. I do see that, and I've been saying that in the collective readings. So yeah, some of you could also be moving home or wanting to relocate, but this is about finding home within you, this is very Cancer energy. Maybe changing your home a bit, interior design, you know, moving a few things around, but I do see your home is playing a really significant role in your life right now. What's shifting, what's changing in your home space at this time. So collective, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Thank you, angels, ancestors, guides as well for the messages. And thank you so much for coming to the end of this reading and pressing the like button. It really does help the channel, subscribing to the channel as well, and booking readings with me, and maybe even giving me a tip. I really do appreciate it as energy exchange, and I'm wishing you so much love, joy and gratitude. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Take care, and bye for now.